I don't know. Three, two, one. Hopefully just one, right? How many conditions do you have? How many conditions do you have? When I was at my sickest, wow. Let's see. I had diabetes, type 2. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and I had high triglycerides. I was very overweight, and I was just steps away from either heart attack or stroke. And that's the way it is. So this video is going to be called, I think, something like it could be more than one, or more than one thing, or it's many things. How about it's many things? It could be many things. If you're very overweight, as I was, I'm still overweight. Went to the doctor today, and I had a setback in my toe that I had the bone infection, and then I almost lost my foot over. It's having issues again. It's slow to heal, and it's probably because my blood sugar went up a little bit. And I have to address that. So your feet or your injuries heal very slowly, if sometimes not at all. They won't even heal. You'll have an open wound forever because it can't close up. So, yeah, so a little setback there. I'm going to have to really watch things very carefully. I may increase how often I weigh myself from twice a month to maybe weekly, 4 times a month, or whatever it works out to be. So I got to address that. Not really want to do that. I was supposed to take my dog to the doctor tomorrow, but now I have to go for myself back to the VA for an x-ray. Then I have to go to wound care and a vascular health, all the stuff I did last time, but hopefully on a smaller level, because I don't have a deep open cut. I just have an open wound on my foot. So it's not like deep, whereas dirt or something can get into the toe to cause an infection inside. It doesn't look like it is infected, even on the outside. So that's good. So now it's just cleaning it, keeping it covered, and then tomorrow go for the x-rays, and then go from there. So a little setback. But anyway, you may have more than one condition. A lot of people think I only have one condition. If you talk about dieting in the United States, or dieting or weight loss, or what kind of journey you're on, diet mostly, people will say, you'll watch an old episode of Fred Flintstone and he has to lose weight, or Homer Simpson has to lose weight, or one of those guys, some cartoon has to lose weight. Maybe they have to pass a physical, or maybe they have to do whatever, and they have to lose weight. It's always lose weight. That's the only thing we really focus on, is weight loss. He's on a diet, she's on a diet, weight loss. But it could be more than one thing. Are you only overweight? Now that'd be pretty amazing if you don't have any other condition other than just being too heavy. Maybe you haven't been checked thoroughly. Most people that are very overweight are probably going to be diabetic. I mean, high blood pressure or whatever it is. But it's going to be probably more than one thing. Yeah. And in addressing that, a lot of people are going to tell you, oh, you're on a diet, meaning weight loss. So for you and everyone out there, have probably been told, you need to lose weight, and your friends and your family are trying to be supportive, and they can talk about your diet, not your fitness plan, just your diet. They think that if you eat this amount of calories, you should eat this amount of calories. If you usually eat 3 donuts at a time, you should eat 1 donut at a time. And sometimes they're trying to be helpful, and other times they're really just in your way. I'm not saying get away from the person, but their advice, it may not be helpful to you. So if you have, let's say, diabetes, then what do they say you should do? Low carb. Low carbs. So if you start eating a lot of meat or whatever to have a low carb diet, I wonder if I'm being scammed right now, because on TikTok I'm getting a notification that Mark Zuckerberg is sending me a lot of thumbs ups. I wonder if it's real. I got a friend request from the Queen of England the other day, and I had one mutual friend with her. Is that the king, maybe? So a lot of scams the other day. Be careful. But if you eat a lot of meat, and then you may start something new with high cholesterol, or maybe you already have high cholesterol. Some of the diets that we have that people go on treat one thing. So if I'm mostly concerned with carbs, I'll tell you right now, I am. But I also have to be worried about cholesterol, too much sodium, and that kind of stuff as well. So I want to get a healthy diet and a fitness program, which involves exercise. So those that don't exercise, maybe you're told not to exercise. I remember everything I talk about on this channel, you must ask your doctor first. Is this okay? But you probably have more than one condition. Yeah, if you're a good 7,500 pounds overweight, you've probably got more than one condition. So they may have found one thing. So they may say you're pre-diabetic. Yeah, it's a pretty good sign it's going to come up if you don't get the weight off. And the weight loss, almost every single one of the diets, they'll say you got to lose weight, and they're right. But you may have more than one condition. So there's sometimes I'll take a snack with me, and it might be too high in sodium. I have to watch that. When I was doing kind of a keto type diet, they want you to eat salts and fats. Kind of goes against the regular thoughts of an American diet. Not a Mediterranean diet, which they say is very helpful or healthy. But they said eat full fat and to eat a lot of like salt, not a lot of salt, but have some salt with every meal. And sometimes you can eat like some dill pickles or whatever, some ranch dressing for fats, and have some salt or some full salt butter. To make sure you have fats and sodium, because or salt, that's important for a keto type diet. But maybe you're not on a keto diet. Maybe you're on a low carb diet. But if you're on a low carb diet, then you might be eating some snack foods, or maybe you're eating some lunch meats or whatever, and maybe they're high in sodium. There might be 0 carbs or 1 carb, but what about the other stuff? So please be checked with that. Do you have 1 condition, 2 conditions, 3 conditions? If you're 100 pounds overweight, I would venture to say you probably have 3 conditions. That's gonna be high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. I'm pretty sure that's what you have. I don't know you. I'm not looking at you. Some of you I know. Some people are really skinny and they might have type 1 diabetes. So that's something different. I don't know much about that. I know they do eat a low carb diet as well as those that are type 2. But you may have more than one condition, and that's what makes it tough. Something that's great for one thing. Wow, this is so low carb. And you look at it, wow, there's a lot of cholesterol. And the doctor told me to watch my cholesterol too. So, watch your carbs, watch your calories, watch your cholesterol, whatever they tell you, whatever the doctor tells you, your nutritionist, your whoever it is that's giving your guidance. If it's just diabetes, it's not too hard. I mean, well, it's hard, but the diet plan is not too hard. Eat less carbs, fewer carbs, right? That's what you gotta do. But if it's more than one condition, which it likely is, tonight for dinner, I had some spring mix lettuce. I had 3 baby carrots versus the 5 I usually eat, and I chopped up the little pieces and sprinkled them throughout the salad. I had a little teeny bit of red cabbage. Red cabbage is pretty high in carbs. That's a thicker, heavier kind of a lettuce. So the spring mix is like 0 carbs. I put that. Then I get some of those reconstituted onions, whatever you call them. I don't put water on them. I put them in there so it's kind of crunchy. I add that. I add some cheddar cheese. Then I add the dressing, which is full fat ranch dressing. I also can have blue cheese, balsamic vinegar, and oil and vinegar. When I make that myself, I put pepper on there, and then I put some chicken on there. The chicken, I get it from Aldi, and it's just fajita pieces pre-cooked. And when I do that, I put it in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. And then if I know I want to have a salad at night, I'll grab a handful of that out of the freezer and put it on a little plate, put it in the refrigerator, and let it thaw out while I'm out working or doing whatever it is I'm doing. Then when I come back, it's ready to eat. So that's what I did for dinner. For lunch, for breakfast, I didn't have anything because I had a doctor's appointment. So I came home and had kind of a late, kind of an early lunch, I guess. And what I had was I had a quesadilla, which I just got one low carb tortilla, put real butter on there, threw it in the pan, put cheddar cheese all around, and then I put 1 slice of ham on top of that, and I folded it over, so it's only 1 tortilla folded over, and that was lunch. I got a little bit hungry, so I should have probably eaten a little bit more, maybe add some salad to that or something. But that's what I did, and that's what I have to do. So I had to find a meal that can cover all the bases. So I know to drink, I'm probably have water, or maybe milk, or maybe sparkling water, those kind of things. I'm not gonna have Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, any of those. They're bad for me. Milk is another thing I'm looking into now, because since I'm supposed to eat whole fats with my meal, the full fat. If I eat yogurt, it should be Greek yogurt and full fat. not a low fat or non-fat. It should be whole milk Greek yogurt. So I was wondering, should I be drinking whole milk? It tastes a lot better when I drink a glass of whole milk. If I was on set one time and I was kind of hungry, like, I don't want to eat anything. I always had some milk, and the only milk they had was regular milk with a red cap on there. I opened the thing up, poured it. It was like drinking a milkshake. It was delicious. But when I was in the hospital, they gave me fat-free milk, the non-fat skim milk, whatever you want to call it. So I didn't know. So you probably have more than one condition. Talk to your doctor. Do you have more than one condition? Also, there's a new pneumonia shot for those of you that are over 50. They might want to give you that. I took it today. Ouch. Flu shot in this one. That one here. I think I was eligible to take 3 shots, but they can only give you 2 at a time. So the third one would be my booster for COVID, and maybe I'll get it. I don't know, because I have health conditions that, I'm over 60 and I have health conditions. I'm overweight, so I have a lot of those conditions that I need to look into. So anyway, this is just more of an encouraging thing for you and for me together. Let's look into that. Do we have more than one condition? Maybe. And let's try to find a diet, maybe a full plate, and maybe it's gonna be a piece of, on the side, maybe a piece of really good baked chicken, and then like a spring mix lettuce kind of a thing, and some good dressing on there, and a good beverage, and maybe that's dinner. I don't know. You can use tortillas instead of bread. A lot of people say, David, what do you do about peanut butter sandwich? Well, I usually just don't have bread. If I do, it sounds really weird, but you get a tortilla and just put it on there, roll it up, and it's really good. No jelly, no raisins. I love raisins. None of that. So have a great day, everyone. Don't forget, subscribe. I do not have a manager. So please press that button. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell. We do have some casting on the channel right now. It's for Hispanics. We're getting some more work coming in. We got 2 music videos that are going to be shooting soon, and then there's some more work that's coming out that was stopped during COVID, and then stopped once again during the strike. So hopefully we're back from that. But anyway, please subscribe, please like, please share. Have a great evening now, or a great day. Is it evening where you are? Is it morning, night? No manager. I have no manager. Are you a manager? Take care.